In the heart of Zango, a village nestled between rolling hills and a mighty river, there lived a woman named Salima. Her life was as barren as the cracked earth beneath her feet. Her home was a fragile hut with a leaky roof, her clothes were threadbare, and her meals, when she had them, were sparse. Though she toiled daily washing clothes, fetching water, and labouring on farms, her hands always returned empty. The villagers whispered about her misfortune, saying, "Salima must be cursed." Even the young men kept their distance, fearing her bad luck might cling to them like a stubborn shadow. One sweltering afternoon, Salima was at the river, scrubbing her faded cloths on the smooth rocks, her hands raw and aching. The sound of rushing water was her only solace. As she worked, she heard the soft rustle of footsteps behind her. Turning, she saw a striking woman, her presence commanding and otherworldly. The stranger's clothes shimmered like sunlight on water, and her skin seemed to glow. "Good day," the woman said, her voice smooth and melodic. Salima blinked, unsure if she was dreaming. "Good day, Ma," she replied hesitantly. "I've been watching you, Salima," the woman said, stepping closer. "I know your struggles, but I can offer you a way out." Salima's heart raced. No one had ever spoken to her with such certainty. "Who are you?" she asked. "Call me Kemi," the woman said with a faint smile. From her bag, she pulled out a bundle of crisp naira notes. "I have a task for you. Bring me as many old panties as you can find in this village. For every bundle you deliver, you will be richly rewarded." Salima stared at the money in disbelief. "Panties?" she asked, confusion evident in her voice. "Yes," Kemi said firmly. "Do not ask why. Just do as I say, and your fortunes will change." She handed Salima the money and walked away, her words lingering like an unanswered question. That night, Salima sat in her hut, the bundle of money clutched in her hands. Her mind buzzed with doubts and possibilities. By morning, desperation had outweighed her hesitation. She would do what Kemi asked. Salima devised a plan to avoid suspicion. Using part of the money, she bought colourful buckets, bowls, and wrappers from the market. The next day, she went door to door, offering to trade these goods for old clothes and panties. "Good morning, Mama," she said to an elderly woman. "I'm starting a new trade. If you have any old clothes, shoes, or panties you don't need, I'll exchange them for this fine bucket." The woman's eyes lit up at the sight of the shiny bucket. "Wait here," she said, disappearing inside. Moments later, she returned with a bundle of worn garments and a few faded panties. "Thank you, Mama," Salima said, handing over the bucket with a smile. The scheme worked better than she had imagined. Women across the village eagerly handed over their old belongings in exchange for her goods. By evening, her sack was full. That night, under the cover of darkness, she met Kemi by the river. She handed over the panties, and true to her word, Kemi gave her another bundle of money. "Keep going," Kemi said, her smile as sharp as a blade. "Your life is about to change." Within weeks, Salima's fortunes began to shift. She repaired her hut, replaced her torn clothes with vibrant wrappers, and ate well for the first time in years. The villagers noticed her transformation. "Have you seen Salima lately?" one woman asked her neighbour. "She's no longer the wretched woman we knew." "Her business must be blessed," another replied, but not everyone was convinced. Tinu, Salima's sharp-eyed neighbour, grew suspicious. She had noticed Salima slipping out of her hut late at night, always carrying a heavy sack. One night, Tinu decided to follow her. Keeping to the shadows, Tinu trailed Salima to the river. There, hidden behind a cluster of bushes, she watched as Salima met Kemi. Tinu's eyes widened as she saw Kemi empty the sack, taking only the panties. Then, Kemi began to chant. Her voice was low and rhythmic, and the air seemed to thicken around her. One by one, the panties vanished, leaving behind a faint, eerie glow. Tinu's heart raced as a chilling laughter echoed through the night. She stumbled back, her mind reeling. At dawn, Tinu went straight to the elders. "Something evil is happening," she said, her voice trembling. "Salima is working with a witch. They're stealing our lives through our clothes." The elders called a meeting, summoning Salima to the village square. When confronted, Salima fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. "I was desperate," she cried. Kemi promised to make me rich, she said. If I disobeyed her, she would kill me. Please, forgive me. The chief priest stepped forward, his staff tapping the ground with authority. This is no ordinary matter, he said. We must confront this witch and break her hold on our village. Led by the priest, the villagers marched to the old baobab tree by the river, where Kemi's lair was said to be. Digging beneath its roots, they uncovered a hidden tunnel. Inside, they found strange artifacts, glowing candles, and charms made from the villagers' discarded belongings. Kemi was there, her once regal presence now twisted with anger. You fools, she spat, her voice venomous. You dare defy me. The priest raised his staff, chanting in a powerful voice. The villagers joined in, their voices rising in defiance. Kemi screamed as the power of their unity overwhelmed her. The air crackled with energy, and with a final, piercing shriek, Kemi vanished, leaving only silence behind. The village was free, but the scars of Kemi's curse remained. Salima, weighed down by guilt and shame, left Zango the next morning, her step slow and heavy. The villagers, though relieved, would never forget the dark chapter that had tested their trust and unity. To this day, the story of Salima and the witch is told around fires, a cautionary tale of desperation, deceit, and the hidden cost of greed. The elders remind the young, evil often wears the face of opportunity. Be vigilant and trust the wisdom of your heart.